right? So what do you mean by these permutations and combinations? What do you mean by these permutations and combinations? Permutations and combinations. What is the difference? You may not that much familiar with these two terms, permutations and combinations. Right. I will use synonyms for these two terms. Instead of permutations, if I say, instead of permutations, I can use this term, arrange. Instead of combinations, right, I will say select. Have you heard about these two terms? Arrange and select. Have you heard these two terms, arrange and select? Permutations, combinations, yes, sometimes you may not have heard, but I'm pretty sure that you have heard the terms arrange and select. Arrange karanna, make a select karanna. Yes, you have heard. So what is the difference between these two terms then? Permutations, combinations, permutations, combinations instead of permutations, I have used the term arrange. Instead of combinations, I have used the term select. So what is the difference between arranging and selecting? What is the difference? What arrange select what? These two terms you have heard. අපි සිංහලෙන් කතා කරද්දිත් ඔය වචන ටික දාලා කතා කරන්නේ නේද? මට මෙන්න මේක සිලෙක්ට් කරලා දෙන්න කියලා කියනව නේද? So what is the difference between arranging and selecting? What? Arranging and selecting. Oh, whether these two terms are the same. මේ දෙකෙන්ම කියවෙන්නේ එකම දේද? No, there is a difference. Selecting the best out of the best. No, no, that is not right. The difference comes with the term order, right? When we are arranging the stuff, do we consider the order or we do not consider the order? In arranging, order matters. Order matters. We need to consider what? We need to consider the order in arranging, right? In arranging, we need to consider the order. Polymer පිළිවෙලට හැදෙන්න කිව්වොත් අපි බලනවා නේද? ඉස්සෙල්ලම කොටම එක්කෙනා ඊට පස්සේ තව ටිකක් උස එක්කෙනා, like that way we consider the order, right? සංවිධානය නම් තෝරා ගැනීම. ඔව්, arrange කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද සිංහල? පිළිවෙලට සකස් කරනවා කියන එකනේ. එතකොට අපි බලනවා උස කොයිලියට හදන්න කිව්වොත් උස අඩුම එක්කෙනා කවුද? ඊට වඩා පොඩ්ඩක් උස එක්කෙනා කවුද? ඊටත් වඩා උස එක්කෙනා කවුද? පිළිවෙලට සකස් කරනවා. So then if you are arranging the stuff, then there we need to consider the order. Order matters, right? But when it comes to selection, it doesn't consider the order. It means order does not matter. Order does not matter. So permutations then simply means what? Arranging the stuff, right? Considering the order. Arranging the stuff considering the order, we call permutations. Combinations means what? Selecting the stuff without considering the order, right? Combinations. Okay, I will explain this with an example. Assume here I have put 3 letters A, B, and C. Here also I will put 3 letters. Inside this box, I have put the letters A, B, and C. Right. I need to arrange here. I need to arrange 2 out of these 2 out of 3. Right. Out of these 3 letters inside the box, I need to take 2 outside and arrange it. Box එක ඇතුලේ letters 3ක් තියෙනවා. ඔය letters තුنين මට letters 2ක් අරගෙන ඒක arrange කරන්න ඕන. Right? Arrange 2 out of 3. And here, right, I need to select 2 out of 3. There are 3 letters within inside the box, so I need to select 2 out of them. If we come to this scenario, there are 3 letters inside this box. So what we need to do? We need to arrange 2 out of these 3 letters. We need to arrange 2 out of these 3 letters. What are the options we have here? What are the options we have? What are the possible outcomes here? Letters තුනෙන් දෙකක් අරගෙන එක arrange කරන්න. What are the options we can have here?
A, B.
Yes. First we can have A, then we can have B. This is one option. Then
B and C.
B and C. Okay. What else?
A and C.
A and C. Can't we arrange it like this? B and A. First B, then A. Why? When arranging the stuff, we consider the order. When arranging the stuff, we consider the order. This is one way of arranging. Maybe the arrange කරන්නත් පුළුවන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා A තියෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ B letter එක තියෙනවා place කරනවා. Or the same thing we can arrange like this. First we will put B, then we will put A. Cricket match එක opening the number 3, number 4 අපිට arrange කරන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Number 3 ඔයා යන number 4 මෙයා යන. නැත්නම් number 3 මෙයා ගිහින් number 4 මෙයා ආවා. Like that way, by changing the positions again, that gives us the option to arrange. Right? B and A. So likewise, what are the other options we have? We have here when arranging the stuff? Arrange karati what? Arrange karati we consider the order. What we put first, what we put second, that means the order. Order we need to consider. So first A, then B. That is one option we are having. First B, then A. That is also another option we are having. What else? What are the other options we have here? A, B, B, A, B, C. We can have C, B as well. Right? C, first C, then B. A, B, A, C, B, A. Yes, we have considered B, C, considered C, A, not considered C, B. Yes, the missing one is C, A. So how many altogether, how many options we have here? We need to do what? We needed to arrange 2 letters out of these 3. We need to arrange. Arrange කරන්නයි ඕනකම තිබේ. When arranging the stuff, we do consider the order. whom we put first, whom we put second. Kawuda issella tiyani ඊට පස්සේ kawuda tiyani. We consider the order when arranging the stuff. Right? පිළිවෙලට සකස් කරනවා කියන එකනේ. එතකොට අපි පිළිවෙල ගැන හිතනවා. order එක ගැන හිතනවා. Right. So how many options we had here? How many options? Yes, we had 6 options. 6 ways. Right? We had 6 ways of arranging this stuff. Then, what about here? There are 3 letters inside this box. Here, what we need to do? We need to select 2 out of these 3. What are the options we have here in this example? What are the options we have here? මේ box එකේ ඇතුලේ තියෙන letters තුනෙන් letters දෙකක් select කරගන්න කිව්වොත්. What are the options you have? What? One option is you can select A and B. Yes, you can select A and B. What else?
B and C.
Yes, you can select B and C. Is that all? No, you can select A and C as well. A and C. Here, can you write B and A? So I have another option as B and A. Can you write it as this? No, right? You need to select. You need to select. Right? You need to select. So when selecting the stuff, we doesn't consider the order. අපි select කරගනිද්දී අන්තිමට අපි බලන්නේ මොකද? අපි ගාවට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ කවුද? Here we have A and B, or it can be B and C, or it can be A and C. BA කිව්වත් AB කිව්වත් දෙකම මොකද්ද මෙතනදී නම් when selecting the stuff A and B is the same as B and A, but when arranging the stuff A and B is a one option we had and B and A is another option that we had. So B and A is not another way of selecting, right? So in order to select 2 letters out of these 3, how many options did we have? Options kiyak tibbada?
3 options.
Yes, we had 3 options. So see the difference between arranging and selecting. The same stuff, right? Same 3 letters were inside the box. And here we needed to arrange 2 out of 3. Then we consider the order and we had 6 options. The same stuff, when we need to select 2 out of 3, we had only 3 options. And see carefully A and B. Can we see it here? A and B, yes. A and B is an option here as well. What about B and C? B and C is also an option here. What about A and C? That is also an option here. So we say combinations are a subset of permutations. Right? Combinations are a subset of permutation. Subset of permutations. මේකෙම මොකද්ද මේ arrange කරද්දි මේ වගේ එක කෑල්ලක් තමයි මේ subset of permutations. Subset of permutations, right? Combinations are a subset of permutations, right? So this same stuff, to compute this same stuff without mentioning, right? Without writing it as this, without writing it like this, to find the same stuff, there is a formula. If we need to find the permutations, we use the formula of NPR. NPR, P for permutations. How can we find that? That is N, this one, over N minus R, this one. What is this one? What is this? What is this? What do you mean by this? This is what we called
3.
No, this is what we called factorial. Right? Factorial. Factorial. N factorial over n minus r factorial. That is the formula. It is the permutations formula. The formula to find NPR value. Right? NPR. N means what here? N means what? N means how many items were there? There were 3 items. NPR. How R means what? How many items are we going to arrange? We are going to arrange 2 out of 3. So this can be rewritten as how? Out of 3 items, we are going to arrange. If arrange, we need to use permutations. 2 items. Out of 3, we are going to arrange 2 items. 3p2 should be equals to what then? 3 factorial over n means 3, no? 3 factorial over n minus r factorial. What is the value of n? That is 3 minus r value is 2 factorial. Right? 3 factorial over n minus r factorial. So what do you mean by factorial here? 3 factorial. What do you mean by that? 3 factorial. So what is? How can we find the value here? 3 factorial, 5 factorial, 15 factorial, 20 factorial. So how can we find the factorial value? How can we find that? The idea of this symbol, right, of this sign means 3 into 2 into 1. And 3 into 2 into 1. So what should be the value here? That should be 6. If it was 5 factorial, how can we find the value? Yes. If it was 5 factorial, what do you mean by that? That is 5 into 4 into, right? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 into 4, 20, 20 into 3, 60, 60 into 2, 120. 4 factorial, how can we find? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 24. Likewise. So here 3 factorial means what? 3 into 2 into 1 over 3 minus 2, that is 1. 1 factorial. Right? 1 factorial means what? 1. 1 factorial means 1. See, here the answer is equals to what then? 6. The same answer we have got here. In order to arrange 2 items out of 3, we should have how many options? 6 options. එතකොට items 3ක් තියෙන තැනකින් 2ක් arrange කරන්න කිව්වොතින් අපිට options කීයක් තියෙන්න ඕනද? We should have 6 options. Same answer we got here. Right? That is about arranging. Here, likewise, for combinations also, we can use a formula to find how many options, right? To find the answer for the question, how many ways do you have? How many ways? How many ways? I write it here. How many ways? This is the question that is answered by both of these permutations and combinations. When it comes to permutations, it says what? How many ways we can arrange this much of items out of this much of items. මෙන්න මෙච්චර item ගානකින් මෙච්චර ගානක් arrange කරන්න විදි කීයක් තියෙනවද? Right? Permutation value. Combinations, how many ways to select this much of items out of this? මෙන්න මෙච්චර item ගානකින් මෙන්න මේ ගාන select කරගන්න how many ways are there? විදි කීයක් තියෙනවද? We had 3 ways, 3 options. So how can we take this using a formula? That is NCR. C is for combinations. C is for combinations. When selecting the stuff, NCR. NCR equals to n factorial. Now you know what is mean by factorial, right? N factorial over R factorial into n minus R factorial. This is the formula we use. N factorial over R factorial into n minus R factorial. Here, if we find the same using this formula, how it should be? What we need to do here, we need to select 2 letters out of 3. Letters තුනක් තියෙන තැනකින් දෙකක් මොකක් කරන්නද? Select කරන්න, right? We need to select 2 out of 3. So how it should be? How it should be? Out of 3, we need to select 2. So n value, how many items were there originally? 3 items. So the value of n is 3. 3. C, how many items are we going to select? That is 2. That is 2. Equals what? Equals what? N factorial, what is the value of n? How many items were there? There were 3 items. 3 factorial. Divided by what? R factorial. How many items are we going to select? We are going to select 2 items out of this. We are going to select 2 letters out of this. Therefore, R value is 2. It means 2 factorial into n minus R factorial. That means 3 minus 2 factorial. 3 factorial means what? 3 into 2 into 1. Divide by 2 factorial means 2 into 1. Into 3 minus 2 means 1. 1 factorial means 1. So what should be the value? 6 over 2, that is 3. The same answer we got here. Right? The same answer we got here. So this is actually the summary of this whole chapter. Summary of this whole chapter, permutations and combinations. And here also we need to be extra careful with 2 terms used in permutations and combinations related sums. Samkarana sanyojana ganang waladi, permutation combination ganang waladi, we need to be careful with 2 terms. That is, those are these 2 terms. The term and the term O. And එකයි O එකයි කියන තැන් වල අපි පරිස්සම් වෙන්න ඕන. මේ වගේ ගණන් වලදී. If we see the term and, what is the mathematical operation we need to use? This you know, right? When discussing sets, when we are using and, what is the mathematical operation we need to use? Addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, the division. Those are the 4 mathematical operations. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Out of those 4 mathematical operation, what is the mathematical operation associated with and? What? And එකත් එක්ක and කියන වචනේ දැක්කොත් එතනට එන්න ඕන mathematical operation එක මොකක්ද? What? What? With the term and, what you should use? With the term and, what you should use? You should use the multiplication. Multiplication. Right? With the term O, එක හෝ මේක. O. With that you need to use addition. Right? Addition. Yes, addition. Okay, so this is the whole summary of this chapter, chapter number 2, permutations and combinations. So permutations means arranging stuff. When arranging the stuff, we do need to consider the order, right? So here I have taken an example. If there are 3 items and if we need to arrange 2 out of them, we had 6 options. We have 6 options. And there, when determining the options, we do consider about the order, what we put first and what we put second. We have to consider that, right? In combinations means selecting the stuff. When selecting the stuff, we do not consider the order. Order does not matter. The same example I have taken. And when selecting 2 out of 3, then we do not consider who we put first and who we put second. What we put first and what we put second. Right? When selecting the stuff, we do not consider about the order. And then we got to know that these same sets, right? These same options we can observe here as well. And then we determine combinations is a subset of permutations. And the same stuff we can compute using a formula. If it is permutations, we can use the NPR formula. When it is about combinations, we can use NCR formula. And when in permutations and combination sums, we need to be extra careful with these 2 terms. And if we see the term and, that means we need to use multiplication. The term O is associated with addition. Okay.